Hello, students. Welcome to Bridge Academy. Grade 9 Biology Unit 1 tutorials. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Lesson 7. General Laboratory Safety Rules. Safety in the laboratory means protecting yourself from harm. It involves controlling risks to keep everyone safe. Laboratory safety is important before starting any experiment. Working carefully, addressing small issues early, and always thinking about safety are key rules to follow. This lesson explains about laboratory safety rules. Laboratory safety rules must be followed at all times while performing an experiment in the laboratory. These rules are not only for students, but also teachers and researchers. The main aim of these rules is to maintain a safe and healthy working environment so that you can work without any fear of accident or damage to your health. At first, it may seem difficult to follow these rules, but once you practice them, they will become second nature to you. Let's discuss some of the major rules. Always follow instructions in a lab. Read and understand all steps of the experiment before starting. Learn how to use lab equipment properly. Know where safety equipment like fire extinguishers and first aid kits is located. Check that they work and understand how to use them. Look for safety signs before beginning. Wear protective clothing such as a lab coat, safety goggles, gloves, long pants, long sleeve shirts, and closed-toe shoes. Use a respirator mask for toxic chemicals. Never eat or drink in the lab. Do not store food with chemicals or experiments. Avoid tasting or sniffing chemicals as this can be dangerous. Always label containers to know what's inside. Act responsibly and never mix chemicals randomly as this can cause fires, explosions, or toxic gases. Keep the lab clean. Store glassware, chemicals, and equipment properly after use. Dispose of waste correctly. Handle chemicals carefully and avoid skin contact. If a burn or chemical exposure happens, rinse the area with cold water for several minutes. Always prioritize safety. Never leave chemical containers open and ensure all containers are labeled. Never use unlabeled chemicals. You should always remember this rule. Tasting chemicals may seem like a good idea to see what they are like, but you may end up poisoning yourself. You can also hurt yourself by touching chemicals. That's why we have special equipment like goggles, gloves, and lab coats to protect us. Make sure to put them on before starting an experiment. Sometimes experiments can get very hot. That's why you should wear a lab coat so you don't burn your clothes or skin. We also use goggles to protect our eyes from splashes or fumes, and we use gloves to prevent our skin from coming into contact with dangerous chemicals. Another important rule is to never bring food or drinks into the lab. Chemicals can easily spill and contaminate your food, making it unsafe to eat. Instead, you should store your food and drinks in a separate area away from the lab. Also, make sure to read the labels of all chemicals before using them. If a chemical spills, immediately tell your teacher and follow their instructions. Stay calm and try to clean the spill as quickly as possible using the appropriate methods and tools. Remember to wear gloves and goggles while cleaning up any chemical spills. Now let's talk about how to handle chemicals safely. Always read the labels on the bottles to know what chemicals you are working with. If a chemical is being heated, there is a chance it might splash out. So, wear goggles and a lab coat to protect yourself. If a chemical splashes onto your skin, immediately wash it off with cold water for at least 15 minutes. If it gets into your eyes, do the same and seek medical help right away. It is also important to clean up after yourself in the lab. This means putting away equipment, cleaning surfaces, and disposing of waste properly. By doing this, you help keep the lab safe for yourself and others. We have seen many rules related to lab safety. Let's summarize them. Lab safety is important to keep everyone safe. Follow instructions, wear safety gear, know eating or drinking, and handle chemicals carefully. By following these rules, we can work safely in the lab and enjoy doing experiments. Review questions and answers. 1. Why is it important to wear protective clothing in the laboratory? Answer: protective clothing like a lab coat, safety goggles, gloves, long pants, and closed-toe shoes keeps you safe from chemical spills and other hazards. It prevents skin contact with toxic substances and reduces injury risk during experiments. 2. What should you do if someone gets a chemical burn in the lab? Answer: immediately rinse the burned area with cold tap water for several minutes. This helps minimize damage from the burn or chemical exposure. 3. Why should you never eat or drink in the laboratory? Answer: eating or drinking in the lab is dangerous because it can lead to contamination. Food or drinks should not be stored with chemicals or experiments to avoid accidental poisoning. That's all for today's lesson. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos.